So, me started there. Me started from FIFA and Zema. To say World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup and every Barcelona. I also wanted to take it so. Now, as of January, now yes, I will to take it at cost stadium. Now $349. But in January, it's so teba fem because almost a patronage no fem. But say you see, I heard the first game at Bebaso. At the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. On what is so the about $55. And there was absolutely sharp decline so far as the FIFA Club World Cup near concerned.
Okay.
Now, dear Bakwa, FIFA ne say you tournament I born recently, especially the World Cup. Say Ankwankuye Europe. Nekokoye South America. Yeah, now who's a patronage of them. Even the last one in South America in 2014. It got to a time when our Brazilians don't demonstrate it's a penny and no deal mine him. Into there were games in the Hokrada. Now who's acquired them. So we share the last World Cup a course in Qatar. And now I'm saying ni pair World Cup and any new football who be into them. It was so much Pakistan. No mo fan Crawford do mo ba. No mo sabe bon muska. E do mo da hotels e sam mo 3 square meal. And san no matimi akọ stadium akọ akọhye oma because say ye bo World Cup not because of Katanti ye you World Cup from June July e dey akọ akọpie mu on December dia then e was say ade e ma World Cup ye special to obi an e wo say ehu e na say do omo fa akọ so dey fill those stadium and there's a problem near be na ASC with the United States of America ni gina ne say omo na omo kwa kusia kan wo mu no omo do omo wo de ma football no sha so omo check baseball omo check basketball so omo check cricket omo check rugby no omo check other sporting events omo de compare footballer say you who say omo love for the game of football and omo love for the European game no elfem na stadium omo say kwa kusia kan e bi so so say you because FIFA want the Club World Cup to be iconic Omo Echusu Stadium beat is a Rose Bowl Stadium. And well name Rose Bowl no. A honor you bought the 1994 World Cup finals between Italy and Brazil. Even that time was around 94,000 capacity. And I said you, and there omo ye ni one, omo renovate and omo dey about 88,000. That is the Rose Bowl Stadium on your screen. And I said you, it is said you imagine a nipa 88,000 omo patronizing for game. Say na stadium no EBCI. MetLife Stadium is around 82,000 capacity stadium. MetLife near about the next World Cup finals. And then so said you, I'm for not patronizing matches na beating me about no. Inti anon so atan akwa fan sem edi aba. Omo peke other stadium any through baby. Apart from the Rose Bowl, apart from the MetLife, now we the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Now we the stadium in North Carolina. I want the Bank of America Stadium or North Carolina. Said you, we are the Bank of America Stadium or Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Nimi enu 75,000 capacity. And I said you, I'm realizing who said that be. The ekika kono so am teso amafem. No am decide so best take it to stadium akese na ngwase beba. Nti omo di bia ba okos Cincinnati omo TNQ Stadium and said you no efa 26,000 capacity pe. Nti 26,000 capacity they can manage it. Oko Audi Field Washington DC Audi Field and so just 20,000 they can manage it. Oko the TNQ Stadium Tennessee said you don't see 25,000 they can manage it. Until most of this all share last season time at Chelsea call omo call preseason US no omo chusu say omo be call Ohio because a Honda Stadium na won enya kase bebre ba so ko na wan nya nipa you be exposed into the FIFA Club World Cup and said you and once and so many problem of FIFA face the turn out the patronage for tickets or match it from 349 at the above the PM $55 still and Crawford encore so your first game so Ali versus Inter Miami and the Inter Miami you're lucky on game no stadium or Hard Rock Stadium in Miami until I'm expecting that game obviously because of the presence of Lionel Messi and the South American entourage and the Spanish community na is so dominant on me expect so omo betimi akọ. But for now FIFA FAC problem say amanfo betimi apurchase ticket no normal atimi akọ sa tournament no.
Wow. Mami fa we ntwam e beba others no eso as amanfo the messages eba efa ho pa Ronaldo and Yamal handshake na Yamal avoid the Cristiano Ronaldo den na wo efa ho ana na ntisa omo anankasa na ako create ya yenhwe no Kessben TV so na emra see Ronaldo and Yamal yenhwe se ne city. Okay. Andy, who say?
Or ignore Ronaldo.
Or ignore no.
Or ignore no. O ma catch or ignore no ignore. She said you baby also who Ronaldo and win any to nchen. Or who Ronaldo and win any to nchen.
What is that?
Yes. Okay.
O
ma catch and say anything Real Madrid enya de papa. Eno nti no yes ah. Eno nti no yes ah, you know. And that is what but
interesting.
You know, I didn't have anyone else apart from that because prior to this particular game, Ronaldo, a press conference away in Obona Basso, and no catch him some Musuman pressure, no swat. Now, more ya come no than a narco to me patenting con. Inti Ronaldo anka anything bad. Onka Bibi Bonibia, he's only informing them, say, pressure, I want them, my boy, any baby or more time, not the narco. I want to a more boy, because I do Barcelona. La mi yama ball ya oboy Giovanni dos Santos no bochese ankusi baby ya when boy Akeke started you know he was outstanding ankusi baby ya Ansu Fati Champions League no team Crofodi with ease ankusi baby ya so Ronaldo was the litany of young players growing in the camp of La Masia game na ntimi anko duru baby ya until he's only telling those players my boy any pressure. And worry ama in the last few games wakasa pa France match no okasai na okasai no ye adwuma te said okasai ne pepepe he was calling for ni Dembele whoever will decide that particular game obviously will get the shout for the Ballon d'Or and he was decisive as compared to Dembele in that game in the final still I know okasa but he was just a pale shadow of himself it is said apart from no me who there apart from the Barcelona Madrid connection
Madrid fan a player be a former player be a say no be na say former Madrid players be 4 in ma nko nche obi a
you know obi o hwa obo Madrid but all the Madrid batan hu nye say a lot of players play for Real Madrid but there are names tons as those players who play for Madrid so oka players who represented the Madrid team Ronaldo in the first 3 he will be part maybe the Stefano Gento Ronaldo. It is a apart from Cristiano Ronaldo on Cocasentia Catalans, on Casentia Spain for, on Casentia Yamal, now Ronaldo at his level, even if he demean Lami Yamala. News or one day, then Lama wide open.
Because me other pictures are not all channel or Ronaldo.
And say all those things Nakos, but why will he ignore him? And I want to ignore him. What they do, not so in a near it be
left in the church.
Yes. That is my understanding. That's my opinion, do yes.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
There's nothing factually. There's nothing factually about what I'm saying, but that's my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Shocking.
So the end of man you're shocking. So one challenge.
Yes. At his age. That's why this I've been initiated in the first place.
Yes.
I said, oh,
said you. And then I got to connect as I say. Now you know back then, you're Kotoko player. Now only has to focus to say, go to Brazil and read about the rivalry between Argentina and Brazil. So it was so deep. So even in the national team, no munye bako. Italy in 1970 World Cup. So there was a huge rivalry between AC Milan and Inter Milan. And the 2 players from those camps were Sandro Mazzola and Gianna Rivera. Sa players you now ko Inter and can Inter Ginaso na Sandro Mazzola. In the history of Inter Milan books, untimin chere abra obey Sandro Mazzola film. And I know more Gianna Rivera am so AC Milan. at the World Cup in 1970 na coach ntimi mo 2 players no park no said yo the na rival ni de national team na kwa akoduru no na untimi mo 2 players no park no so se ba ko wo so a e wo so ba ko wo akiri it is a yo football rivalry there se e ka se e pagya ba bia ni matimi ko no de Jose Mourinho time at Madrid and the Barcelona time he got to a time Kasia Begranti interviews and Mourinho anko and Spanish national team, the connection, the unity, and can say because Mourinho make sure say the Madrid guys who hate the Catalans and Catalans also money ancient, and it happened in most of the Madrid Barcelona games. It is a joke. So rival across 2 teams at the same community or Marco World Cup or Mobo World Cup to the finals of the competition abroad to Brazil, and those 2 players in team more match because of a certain rival. I said, me we esia enyem nwanwa ato because EBS will give him that and said yo rivalry enyema rivalry team ba no enne na nyema bebrebe asay na game ni bebrebe nyema bebrebe asay in terms of the rivalry but football rivalry there so already between AS Roma rivalry and then Lazio rivalry I said yo and asem keto nipa ewu ho and asem keto
Yamal didn't like that comment at all. What Ronaldo said that the player who won the Champions League deserved the Ballon d'Or. And we all know that goes against Yamal. Barros be being and so extreme, sir. Okay.
Na Lami Yamal said you.
Because okay, we the trust na with the
Lami a lot to do.
Kindly check the player before Lami Yamal. I think Oyazabal. He didn't greet Ronaldo at all. Reverend Father for Rinsuna anyway Abre Yang. Oh, okay. Pedri is also a Barca player. And also from La Masia. But he greeted Ronaldo. So I don't agree with Andy. The guy is becoming unbecoming.
Pedro La Masia.
Okay.
Pedro La Masia.
Set in price soon anyway.
Set Pedro La Masia. Pedro Muton from Las Palmas.
But a Barca player.
No, I'm dealing with his message.
One chassis from
I'm dealing with his message.
Okay.
Or say Pedro is from La Masia.
Okay.
He's not from La Masia.
Okay. Okay. Check how Ronaldo was staring him. I tells you how surprised he was. Yamal is a top notch, but ego might bring him down. Greetings to Muda, the motor seller at Alaba. Why anyway by Salau Maxima anyway and so Abraye.
So Ronaldo Casa Nipe also had one nipa don't respond the Yama.
Okay.
And Nipe also had on air Frank Ribili now reply Ronaldo. Say Ronaldo himself even at 2030 when the Ballon d'Or. And Yama was a ham.
Okay.
And
the end was
so Joe, transfer window no be close ne enumere bo 7. You catch a transfer window be be close ne enumere bo 7. FIFA club work.
I think when Ronaldo had an equalizer against Spain, he made a gesture towards Lamine Yamal by asking him to shut his mouth. Okay. Ubia chechiri ma de boy ne yes all right.
Football player.
Football.
And I be a man.
I
know. Sana give na kwa.
Oh yeah, press so hu we ordinary cheda kwa kwasha. Why can the comment is enya de papa sa
yes, good.
Yeah, good ne
yes.
Enya de papa.
Anthony Bo na Spain for no there was I black.
What's your the question?
Anthony Bo now Spain for no I black.
Anthony Bo
Onko Busa Marco Senna. E kwa omofa so yi ni free national team nim. No Onko Busa Diego Costa. About 2 games the Brazil no jai the bomb at Spain. Uncle Hekwan or Mufa so ye ni free national team nim. Said you Intisada game no etie.
Andy is talking about rivalry. When I do same here, he will talk about professionalism. Jam school.
Na jam school then why? Jam school. Then why I become professionalism? Coach from Bomb so coach the team. And also more can say has in Jakarta. And what is the connection in this?
Okay.
Jam school. Jam school. Okotokore has right, you know, or revival cry, revival view.
Yeah.
All right.
Jakarta place da. Moko baby koma sa team no kosoro. Yes, Kotokwa, no more pay because of your coaches. Ya chirima china church on Tiasenta.
Okay. Yes. That is his
place. I have been in a jam school. Okay. So the end was
the jam school you coaching and getting me fans on me coach and
Gongo.
Jam school. Where you coaching and now you did. Nothing be about jam school, Brabe, Jumamaya, and Kaunko. And I would do no Kotoko, and I was team Nishakotoko, I was starting soon.
All right, Yankozu.
So do eti transfers no ebe close and then numere ebo 7.
Yeah.
Omo ko bo FIFA Club World Cup no e transfer ho asem na meken. After that, omo be say biebiu ni akọ end e was September 1st. Within the tournament, clubs no beti an announcement for players, but you cannot register the player within the tournament. Now, say Romo dia then we looking at transfers e koso e o game nim. Obi the message bre o you know say Jokers a deal no Manchester United no fed up.
I also fed up, yeah.
There be. Didn't also fed up.
Barros BBN.
Barros didn't also fed up. Transfers go a long way. And stand at me as successful said you. And yeah easy. And Manchester United medical actually mu say players no more person omo di omo ban. Omo ho no bi ankoi. Said you he was talking about Jokers. Now ka Jokers he or a striker. Now, within the Manchester United front line, you are looking at Joshua Zexi, you are looking at Rasmus Holland, and for these two guys a buy. So, when you see carry around 68 million euros, which will be around 50 million pounds, Manchester United budget for transfers is say 100 million pounds. And the 100 million pounds already, almost 62.5 million pounds, ako for Matthias Cunha. Enti echirese sika aka no ntimi fa nkoto abrante we se sika aba no ntimi fa nkoto abrante we a then they also homo ye ne se players no homo club also homo je bi kwan and san homo timi raise a certain amount to go in for some of these players. Now homo ne Brentford atwetwen komo adu achiri so homo pe Brian Mbuemo and se jo Mbuemo no ne bo 60.5 ena Brentford for so homo beje Garnacho nkoi Rashford nkoi, Rasmus Holland nkoi. Within the front line, we many players I was about United eton and san no metimi register kaka de ho no and san no de akwa akofaba. Inti Manchester United fans nto omo boase. Rasmus Holland Inter for no so omo pe loan. Marcus Rashford Barcelona be di hu nkomo omo ma biu. Aston Villa for so omo ni 40 million pounds omo de be really ebetimi e de asane Rashford. It is a sika na aka no sejo. And so for Joker's deal, no, or no man personal agreement, so Beba Man United. Yet say Hilal for no, and Timmy and Yavito Simen, no, on see one player or your more target. But our catcher so ready for the Saudi world. And Man United for no to Omoboase. And this is Sikada Honom Huato and a player Honom Fankofano MI. They need to negotiate and they need to find a way to raise a certain amount of money before Omotimia signing Abranti or TV. Yaka, so Omunyano. No munya Brian Mbuemo no munya Matthias Cunha dia Manchester United ni mu ne be yehye diaka coaching nko ase coach be na adwuma to get the best out of those players. Apart from that, I don't think United be no problem be. So from United call Chelsea 2 deals and also call omo hwe say omo betimi a complete deal no and omo register kind from 50 million akwa could do 21 million euros for Marc Menan of France. AC Milan goalkeeper no. Ye hu say Milan are open up. Say omo pe goalkeeper be the number and no make Marc Andre ter Stegen. Say omo hwe say Marc Menan ekwa ono so omo be kwa kofa no because ono so nya ni issues with Barcelona. Member how be kan ho asem. Eti Chelsea are ready sika no e di akwa koduru 21 million. Omo hwe say AC Milan for beje. AC Milan de omo so omo pe 25. Abrante we matrem say contractual agreement omo yeso obune ne kono wanye impress aka ne 1 year deal pe ena aka e wo Milan nti obi expect say Chelsea betimi a complete deal no at least by the close of the day no more team dey na call FIFA Club World Cup man ye matimi akogi e ho abio yedim say Chelsea e wo Dortmund aso ye for Jimmy Galtens Abrante na free Chelsea Academy a short stint ena osan e wo Dortmund a sejo ono so scanning this rube bebe Chelsea can wasem Dortmund for yirim so omo ne omo so omo jan until say 35 million euros na omo pe no team a ye Chelsea betua ansa na omo ja Abrante no enso amanaba and Chelsea for her say Abrante ni move na ye no so omo anye careful no omo tenetana ho a anhwe ya no omo sentimi anka no and so omo sentimi anka no dia then omo beba Manchester United aswe no ma ba be hwa Abrante fe de Garnacho no ma hese kwada no ho the left side hono Modric issues Jadon Sancho eko inti omo he player or ya available then obviously Jadon Sancho a player ɔmo hu ne so ɔmo nya no eba be hye entete no ho a enema betimi akoyie di amo Florent Vase the bia oba Liverpool Manchester United Barros ntie Florent Vase the bia yes Obama United oba Liverpool sorry the bia yeka but adechi bia transfer no take it twist all because ɔmo ntimi conclude on a certain figure e was Liverpool etua edema team a ye friend Bayer of Leverkusen almost almost pay 150 million euros ewo at the Bay Arena said you Liverpool for so omo nyoma de so omo betu asa sika no sika no so do and me assure say Liverpool for apart from watching him in the Bundesliga the last 2 games no omo here no omo ye hu say there be enye hu bebrebe intini kwa so omo tam sika twitwiri die no ekoto abranti ya oda TV so ye ni say personal agreement intact ya ka say sika na e ba say obeje no Liverpool so omo betu 50 million and etimi ama no enti sa amount of money so omo betu 150 up 20 to 22 million a year pounds a year no Liverpool say omo nye ready say Joe omo man that figure no enso e wo ho no now the camp of Arsenal na Arsenal for na say Joe omo ho ya menwanwa bebrebe de mo omo ya menwanwa ne say obia nim say Arsenal team say o pe position the player akwa ho a number 9 a holy baby obia nim say Arsenal ehia player o ho ana wa ba beti say Andre Beta e feel Benjamin Sesko again Arsenal for the agreement Benjamin Sesko e be ba be si akan e de ama team a ye friend e Arsenal but say Joe ene sport ko wakrata na report to say Abranti friend is Zubimendi initially now train come from Real Madrid but enra ebesi de no enkra eba ne tirima Arsenal for ni na wie Abranti be ba Arsenal aba be si akan clearly say oh share the Arsenal midfield now. I'm not saying they don't need to be Mendy. And now game of boy against Liverpool, against Portugal, he impressed me so much. But the question I'm asking myself, and I say, sorry, Thomas, third party, Osha Odegaard, Osha Abranti, your friend, the Declan Rice. Say, Joe, so many in a fitter, a coach preference, or say a Spanish international, Miguel Merino, so a woman said within the setup, on it, Thomas, third party, the play one role as number 6. Etimi abo edi amatima your friend Arsenal. But I'm asking myself, Arsenal team here that was as do. Some more players will be maintained also Mokofana. No. They need to go in for a striker. And Sergio, that should be the beating of Arsenal. Options in attack. Only be also some concentration. No man who are dealing in Ako. No couple be bedding anymore. But Sergio, 50 million euros in the market and a branch or that TVC. Almost the player almost can fan from Real Sociedad the crown on 17 the spot within the Arsenal team, and I'm not too sure. Say almost players in our crowd Merino will start in the Arsenal team. So almost the permit for that he struggles because or sluggish, and until the man by Newcastle United want to performing. So I'm surprised Arsenal aim pushing here for a striker, but they are pushing for Abranti Fede to be Mendy.
Yamal should be ready for more heartbreaks because he's not going to win every trophy he competes for. This is sheer pride. Nana Osai Bempa no. The no handshake show between Yamal and Cristiano Ronaldo during exchange of pleasantries may also be that a young chap still sees Ronaldo, even at that age, as a threat. Yamal is still work in progress, remember. I totally agree with Andy that whoever watches Bojan Kekic with Barca then wouldn't praise Yamal that much. In a nutshell, just unruly behavior being exhibited by that teenage sensation. Good morning, Sunny Saliu. Yonko.
You know, with your latest one. Chelsea. A deal for Mark Menana off. Chelsea and Timmy, I'm on Timmy Chelsea. I agree.
I'm so impressed.
Price. I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
For
I can 1 year.
For the unse Chelsea here for the club World Cup. Into your net no off.
Yeah.
Say come here say on bet me and then by 7 o'clock. Omukulosu Bibiana kwa Chelsea player for the club World Cup deal near off. And I hope person said 2 games not die no na hu say we impress.
That's why impress man. And can see can say
and can you see Chelsea
number of goals are conceded, you know.
Oh, but Sergio,
Yeah.
that would be unfair if you are a scout and you are going for a goalkeeper. What SLA for? Why SLA for? A team a whole season, and it is not the first season. Why SLA for a whole season? Now, oh, Kwakofana. Now all of a sudden, just a game I went to me and performing, and now. Babe conclude say only good goalkeeper. That would be unfair. Say oh yes, I cry only good scout. But on the other side too, game be or any ba who will be our help. You hear the demand and the expectation and the pressure ebano. So one team live up to 8 billion and also team put for off. And also because Florian V say 2 games now Germany boy. 2 games now Germany boy. I'm sure say so you Liverpool ni na se won so de saa match na hwe no on hwe ne da e na de saa match na hwe no e na wate se omo gi 150 million euros a on so beto bo ase kakra because hwe ne ball na enye ball bia se ju ehu bia oye effective ball ne turn on the bell rad on the back akose but se also oba be ye bibia ma fans ani ajo ma so de agina omo na so no omo akai no he doesn't belong to that category nti the whole can see possible he be omo hwe goals na say na say last game see Robert Sanchez impress here again your Philip Jorgensen omo Petrovic why should they rush and go in for a goalkeeper on your special baby on your goalkeeper because you're proven in European night he's not Alisson, he's not Courtois, he's not Donnarumma, he doesn't belong to that category maybe and also me put to Chelsea off.
All right. This Yamal issue is nothing, but people and some journalists want to use the power of social media to destroy the boy. They know that Ronaldo is very popular on social media, so they want to use that media against Yamal. Kofi Adjinchira also the Abba. No. Good morning, sir. Please, I think you have to understand Jam School because for me, for instance, I can never ever play for a team against Kumasi Asante Kotoko in my life if I become a player. So former Kumasi Asante Kotoko legends should show professionalism. For example, not to jubilate anytime their teams beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Tommy, anyway, Efri G-Tech, Accra, and so Abreye. Wow. Tommy, and so the other footballer. So we a coach. Obey a coach. Na utima o boy so we coach another team so mo share our team na o say show professionalism by not jubilating
jubilate I want you professionalism that's wrong
sound of such intina bia jubilate
one show professionalism why
I don't know say players be a team A no team B na obehye na on jubilate no
and your professionalism
jubilate good. It
has nothing to do with professionalism. It's a matter of choice.
Okay.
Who now decide to say the respect, a issue of respect, not professionalism. Who now decide to say, "Team ya boy, o show do any akomapa, any fans and say they almost did that with Tower for years." For example, young folk say Luka Modric. Now said Joe Modric I bet you go at Real Madrid or celebrity be you because of the love. Even at the last age, at the twilight of his career, they still adored him. Shred your man was the last game at the Bernabeu. Then a Carlo Ancelotti can also teams be by, but because for the love of Madrid in one called they call Brazil. Inti see who say Carlo Tumrika after sending team I said Madrid ebe you be but say Joe so jubilate there's nothing unprofessional in that. And say Joe because when Paul Manson the carry me to one team crash kotoko omunje sebi and a coach Maso Kunadu. Your coach Maso Kunadu na Legon City better kotoko 3-1 ha. Was I catch kotoko supporters and so support team. Momo ma 3-1 no mu asho mu no ingro mu team nka so mu and support team. Omo kra omo san ka bi de boa kotoko after beating kotoko because omo suro say omo kokan wan hwe atire ko ye beka say djuma kra ma obi nya. Until they don't jubilate after beating kotoko and I'm saying that even if they jubilate there's nothing unprofessional about that. Adebayo the one two mrika from 3 to 3. No matter of choice,
okay. All right.